Listen to me very carefully. What if I told you that there are 9 sacred words, just 9 simple words, that when spoken with absolute conviction can command your subconscious mind to attract wealth as naturally as a magnet attracts iron? If you force yourself to memorize these 9 words and use them for just 30 days, you will witness a breakthrough so profound that it will shake the very foundation of what you believed possible about money, success, and your own hidden power. Most people will never discover these words. They will spend their entire lives struggling, fighting against their own subconscious programming, never realizing that they possess within themselves the master key to unlimited prosperity. But you are here. You found this message, and that is no accident. Stop struggling with affirmations that don't work and start using the precise psychological technology that I discovered after 25 years of studying the wealthiest individuals in human history. This is not motivation. This is instruction. This is not theory. This is law. My name is Napoleon Hill, and what I'm about to share with you in the next hour will revolutionize your relationship with money forever. Every billionaire I studied, Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, John D. Rockefeller, Henry Ford, they all understood this secret. They may not have called it by the same name, but they all used variations of these 9 sacred words. You see, your subconscious mind operates like a faithful servant. It will execute any command you give it, but only if you speak its language. And its language is not the language of hope, of wishing, of trying. Its language is the language of command. The wealthy 1% know this secret. While you've been conditioned to beg, to hope, to wait for permission, they have been commanding their subconscious minds to deliver wealth. While you're busy asking, what if this doesn't work? They're declaring this will work with such conviction that the universe has no choice but to respond. In a moment, I'm going to reveal to you the exact 9 words that John D. Rockefeller used to build his oil empire. The same words that Thomas Edison used to overcome 10,000 failures. The same words that Andrew Carnegie used to build a steel fortune so vast that he gave away what would be billions in today's money. But before I reveal this ancient secret, you must understand why it has been hidden from you and why the moment you begin using these words, your entire life will begin to change. This is law, not opinion. This is documented fact, not wishful thinking. For the past century, these principles have been tested by millions of individuals, and they work with the precision of mathematical formula. You have approximately 60 minutes to absorb what I'm about to teach you. I urge you to listen with the intensity of a person whose financial future depends upon it, because it does. If you're ready to discover the 9 sacred words that will command your subconscious mind to attract wealth, then stay with me for the next hour. Write down everything I tell you. Your future self will thank you for this moment of decision. 25 years, that's how long I spent studying the most successful individuals in human history. Not reading about success, studying success, living with these giants of industry, eating at their tables, learning their secret methods of thought. Andrew Carnegie didn't just tell me his philosophy, he opened his entire network to me. 500 of the most successful people in America. I studied their minds, their habits, their daily rituals, and most importantly, their relationship with their own subconscious power. Thomas Edison invited me into his laboratory. Henry Ford shared his assembly line innovations with me. John D. Rockefeller revealed the psychological principles behind his oil empire. These weren't interviews, these were master classes in the science of wealth creation. While others teach generic success principles, what I discovered was the specific psychological technology that these titans use to program their subconscious minds for inevitable success. This is not positive thinking. This is not visualization. This is conscious command of subconscious power. But here's what makes this different from everything else you've ever learned about success. These 9 sacred words bypass your conscious mind completely. They speak directly to the subconscious, where all real change begins. You see, what I discovered in my research was that these successful individuals had tapped into what I can only describe as the divine laws that govern wealth creation, universal principles that operate with the same consistency as gravity or electricity. In a moment, I'll reveal the exact method that transformed ordinary individuals into millionaires. But first, you must understand why your current approach to wealth building has been sabotaging your success from day one. You've been conditioned to fail. From the moment you first heard the phrase, "money doesn't grow on trees," your subconscious mind began building barriers between you and wealth. While you're busy hoping and wishing and trying to stay positive, your subconscious is executing programs designed to keep you exactly where you are. Every morning you wake up with the same financial stress. You check your bank account with a knot in your stomach. You dream of financial freedom but settle for financial survival. You watch others succeed while you struggle, and you tell yourself it's just bad luck, bad timing, or that you weren't born with the right advantages. But that's not the truth. The truth is that your subconscious mind has been programmed for lack, and until you reprogram it with the precision of a master engineer, you will continue to struggle no matter how hard you work, how many hours you put in, or how many opportunities come your way. While you're busy scrolling through social media, comparing your life to others' highlight reels, the wealthy 1% are using these 9 sacred words to program their minds for inevitable success. While you're seeking approval from people who haven't achieved what you want to achieve, they're commanding their subconscious minds to deliver wealth. You felt it, haven't you? That moment when an opportunity presents itself, and instead of seizing it with confidence, you hesitate, you second-guess yourself, you find reasons why it won't work, why you're not ready, why someone else is more qualified. That hesitation isn't weakness, it's programming. Your subconscious mind has been trained to protect you from risk, even when that risk is the exact thing you need to embrace to create wealth. Every day you continue with your current programming, you lose more than just money, you lose time, and time is the one resource you can never recover. This mental conditioning is costing you thousands of dollars in opportunities you don't even recognize. It's costing you the compound interest of starting today instead of tomorrow. I've seen brilliant individuals with million-dollar ideas stay stuck in $1,000 thinking. I've watched talented people sabotage their own success because their subconscious programming told them they weren't worthy of wealth. But the most tragic part? Most people never realize that their struggle with money isn't about money at all. It's about the invisible commands they're giving to their subconscious mind every single day. Years from now, you'll look back on this moment. You'll remember the day you discovered the 9 sacred words that could have changed everything. The question is, will you remember it as the day you took action or the day you let another opportunity pass you by? Your subconscious mind is listening to you right now. It's always listening. And every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel is a command to this incredible power within you. The question is, are you commanding it to create wealth, or are you commanding it to maintain struggle? The secret that changes everything is hidden in the precise language that your subconscious mind recognizes as authoritative command. When you speak this language, when you use these 9 sacred words, you bypass all resistance and program wealth consciousness directly into your subconscious mind. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal to you the hidden law that governs all wealth creation and why these 9 words have the power to transform your financial reality faster than you ever thought possible. Here is what the wealthy 1% understand that you've never been taught. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. But more importantly, it responds to commands given with absolute conviction as if they were instructions from the highest authority. When Andrew Carnegie first shared this secret with me, he said, "Napoleon, most people beg their subconscious for wealth. But the subconscious doesn't respond to begging. It responds to commanding, the act-like principle. Act like wealth is your natural state. Act like success is inevitable. Act like the universe owes you nothing but responds to your every command. This isn't pretending. This is psychological programming of the highest order." Thomas Edison used this principle to overcome 10,000 failures. He never said, "I hope this works." He commanded his subconscious, "This will work, and I will discover the solution." His subconscious mind, operating under this clear command, guided him to the breakthrough that illuminated the world. The secret: they don't want you to know. The financial education system has been designed to keep you dependent. They teach you to save pennies while the wealthy command their minds to create dollars. They teach you to fear debt while millionaires use debt as leverage. They teach you to work for money while the ultra-wealthy command money to work for them. But that's not even the most powerful part. What I'm about to show you is 10x more important than anything you've ever learned about money, because it addresses the source code of wealth creation, your subconscious programming, the 9 sacred words revealed. After 25 years of research, studying 500 of the most successful individuals in history, I discovered that they all used variations of the same 9 words to command their subconscious minds. These words, when spoken with conviction, bypass conscious resistance and program wealth directly into your being. The 9 sacred words are: I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now. Word by word breakdown: I am. These are the 2 most powerful words in any language. When you say I am, you are speaking from the authority of your highest self. Your subconscious mind recognizes these words as a command from the ultimate authority, you. Wealth, not wealthy, not rich, not abundant. Wealth. Wealth is a state of being, not a condition you hope to achieve. When you declare I am wealth, you are commanding your subconscious to align every thought, every action, every opportunity with your wealth consciousness. Wealth flows. Flow implies natural movement, like water finding its level. You're not forcing wealth or struggling for it. You're commanding it to flow as naturally as a river flows to the ocean, to me now. Specificity and immediacy. Not someday, not when conditions are perfect, not when you're more deserving. Now. Scientific backing. Modern neuroscience has proven that the subconscious mind processes 11 million bits of information per second, while the conscious mind processes only 40 bits. When you use these 9 sacred words, you're programming the vast computer of your subconscious mind with instructions that it will execute 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Case study: Edison. Thomas Edison used a variation of these words during his quest to create the electric light bulb. After 9,000 failed attempts, instead of saying, I hope the next one works, he would command his subconscious, I am the solution. The solution flows to me now. On attempt 10,000, the breakthrough came, not because of hope, not because of luck, but because his subconscious mind, operating under clear command, guided him to the precise combination of materials that created light. But wait until you hear what happened to John D. Rockefeller when he first began using these principles. What I'm about to tell you will shake your understanding of how wealth is really created. Case study: Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller was born into poverty, but at age 16, he made a decision that changed everything. He began commanding his subconscious mind with unwavering conviction, I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now. Every morning, before he began his work as a bookkeeper, he would repeat these words 100 times, not as an affirmation, not as a hope, but as a command to the unlimited power of his subconscious mind. Within 5 years, he had saved enough money to invest in his first oil refinery. Within 10 years, he controlled 90% of America's oil. By the time he died, he was the richest man in human history. Coincidence? Luck? Born advantage? No. Psychological programming of the highest order, the force yourself principle. Force yourself to use these 9 words even when your logical mind resists. Force yourself to speak them with conviction even when your circumstances suggest otherwise. Force yourself to command your subconscious even when doubt whispers in your ear. Your logical mind will provide you with 1,000 reasons why this won't work. It will remind you of your past failures, your current limitations, your lack of resources. But your subconscious mind doesn't operate in the realm of logic. It operates in the realm of command. The next secret is even more powerful, but first you must understand the precise method for programming these words into your subconscious mind so deeply that they become your automatic mental response to every financial situation, the repetition protocol. Here's exactly how you must use these 9 sacred words. morning command session, upon waking, before your feet touch the floor, repeat the 9 sacred words 50 times with absolute conviction, not as a wish, not as a hope, but as a command to the unlimited power within you. Evening programming session. Before sleep, when your subconscious mind is most receptive, repeat the words 50 times again as you speak them. Visualize wealth flowing to you from every direction. Crisis command response. Whenever fear, doubt, or financial stress attempts to enter your mind, immediately command your subconscious, I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now. Use these words as your psychological shield against negative programming. But the most crucial element is conviction. You must speak these words as if your financial life depends upon it, because it does. Your subconscious mind responds to emotional intensity. Half-hearted repetition produces half-hearted results. Now, I'm going to share with you the advanced implementation system that transforms these 9 words from simple phrases into wealth-generating commands that reorganize your entire reality. Step 1. Act like wealth is your natural state. Right now, as you listen to these words, I want you to sit up straighter. I want you to breathe deeper. I want you to feel the power that exists within you at this very moment. This is not motivation. This is activation of your wealth consciousness. Say these words aloud right now. I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now. Did you feel that shift, that subtle change in your energy? That's your subconscious mind responding to authoritative command. When you ACT like wealth is your natural state, you begin to move, speak, think, and decide from wealth consciousness rather than poverty consciousness. Every wealthy individual I studied moved through the world as if they belonged in wealthy environments, associated with wealthy people, engaged in wealthy activities. Andrew Carnegie told me that even when he was earning $35 a month as a telegraph operator, he dressed, spoke, and carried himself like a man worth millions. His subconscious mind, receiving this constant programming, began to create opportunities that aligned with his wealth consciousness. But let me share with you the specific details of how Carnegie implemented this principle. Every morning, he would stand before his mirror and declare, I am destined for greatness. Wealth seeks me out because I am wealth consciousness expressing itself. He would adjust his posture, straighten his shoulders, and walk as if he already owned the steel mills that would one day make him the richest man in America. This wasn't pretense. This was programming. Carnegie understood that your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between imagination and reality when the imagination is vivid and emotionally charged. By acting like wealth was his natural state, he was literally reprogramming his neural pathways to recognize and create wealth-building opportunities. The Wealth Posture Protocol. Stand up right now. Imagine you have just received confirmation that you are worth $10 million. How would you stand? How would you breathe? How would your shoulders feel? This is your natural wealth posture, and you must adopt it immediately. Your subconscious mind reads your physical posture as a command about your identity. When you slouch, you're commanding your subconscious, I am defeated. When you stand tall with wealth posture, you're commanding, I am powerful and deserving of abundance. Thomas Edison discovered this principle during his early years as an inventor. Even when he was working in a basement laboratory with limited funds, he would dress each morning as if he were the head of a major corporation. His colleagues thought he was eccentric, but Edison understood that his subconscious mind was always watching, always learning, always accepting commands about his identity. Today, this means you stop apologizing for your financial goals. You stop diminishing your dreams to make others comfortable. You start speaking about money as a natural force that flows to those who command it properly. The Daily Wealth Identity Ritual. Every morning, before you check your phone, before you read the news, before you allow the world to program your mind, you must program it yourself. Look in the mirror and declare with absolute conviction, I am wealth incarnate. Everything I touch turns to gold. Opportunities seek me out because I radiate wealth consciousness. This isn't affirmation, this is identity programming. You're not trying to convince yourself you're wealthy. You're commanding your subconscious mind to operate from wealth consciousness regardless of current circumstances. Step 2 is even more powerful, but first you must commit to step 1 completely. Step 2. Force yourself to think in wealth units. Force yourself to think in thousands when you used to think in hundreds. Force yourself to think in millions when you used to think in thousands. Your subconscious mind will expand to whatever scale you consistently command it to operate within. This is what I call the wealth scale expansion principle. Your brain is like a computer. It will process information at whatever scale you program it to operate. Most people have trained their minds to think in limitation units. How can I save $50 this month? Maybe I can make an extra $200. These are poverty scale thoughts that program your subconscious mind for small results. Instead of asking, how can I make an extra $500 this month? Command your subconscious, how can I create an additional $5,000 in value this month? The subconscious mind operating under this expanded command will begin to recognize opportunities and solutions that match the scale of your thinking. Let me share with you exactly how John D. Rockefeller implemented this principle when he was still a bookkeeper, making $357 per week. While his colleagues were thinking about their next meal, Rockefeller was thinking about owning entire industries. He would spend his lunch breaks walking through the business district, not window shopping, but mentally calculating the revenue of entire buildings. He told me, Napoleon, I trained my mind to think in millions when I only had dollars. I would look at a single oil barrel and see thousands of barrels. I would see one customer and envision millions of customers. My subconscious mind, operating under these expanded commands, began to create opportunities that matched the scale of my thinking. The million-dollar question technique. Every morning, ask your subconscious mind this specific question. How can I create $1 million of value for others today? Notice I said create value, not make money. When you focus on creating massive value, wealth becomes the natural byproduct. Your subconscious mind will immediately begin scanning for million-dollar opportunities. It will notice problems that affect millions of people. It will recognize solutions that can be scaled massively. It will guide you toward partnerships, investments, and ventures that operate at the million-dollar level. Henry Ford didn't ask his engineers how to build a better horse and buggy. He commanded them to create a motor car that every American family could afford. His subconscious mind, operating under this massive vision, guided him to the assembly line innovation that revolutionized manufacturing forever. Ford shared with me the exact thought process that led to his breakthrough. Napoleon, I stopped thinking about building one car and started thinking about building 1 million cars. The moment I expanded my thinking to million-car scale, my mind began to see solutions that were invisible when I was thinking in single-car units. The wealth scale visualization exercise. Close your eyes and imagine you are responsible for creating wealth, not just for yourself, but for 10,000 families. What kind of business would you need to create? What problems would you need to solve? What value would you need to provide? This visualization expands your subconscious programming to operate at wealth creation scale. Say this aloud now. My mind operates in wealth units. I think in millions because I am wealth consciousness expressing itself. Every thought I think creates million-dollar opportunities. But here's the critical element most people miss. You must emotionalize your wealth scale thinking. It's not enough to think big, you must feel big. Your subconscious mind responds to emotional intensity, not just intellectual concepts. When Andrew Carnegie visualized owning steel mills, he didn't just see the factories, he felt the pride of providing steel for America's infrastructure. He felt the satisfaction of employing thousands of workers. He felt the power of creating something that would outlast his lifetime. This emotional intensity is what commanded his subconscious mind to create his steel empire. Step 3 will challenge everything you've been taught about money. But it's the secret that separates the wealthy from everyone else. Step 3. Do this. Command opportunities to appear. Most people wait for opportunities. Wealthy individuals command opportunities to appear. There's a vast difference between waiting and commanding. This is the principle I discovered when studying the great financier J.P. Morgan. Morgan never waited for good investment opportunities. He commanded his subconscious mind to create them. He told me, Napoleon, opportunity is not something you find, it's something you manufacture through the power of directed thought. Every morning, after your 9 sacred words repetition, Issue this specific command to your subconscious mind. Perfect opportunities for wealth creation appear before me today. I recognize them immediately and act upon them with confidence. Your subconscious mind, operating under this command, will begin to notice opportunities that were always present but previously invisible to your programmed awareness. This is not mystical thinking. This is psychological programming. Your subconscious mind controls your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters what information receives your conscious attention. When you command your subconscious to notice opportunities, it reprograms your filtering system to highlight wealth-building possibilities. The Opportunity Recognition Training Protocol. For the next 7 days, carry a small notebook with you everywhere you go. Every time you notice a problem that affects multiple people, write it down. Every time you hear someone complain about a service or product, write it down. Every time you see inefficiency in a business process, write it down. At the end of each day, review your list and ask your subconscious mind, how can I create wealth by solving these problems? Your subconscious mind will begin connecting patterns, revealing solutions, and showing you opportunities that others completely miss. Thomas Edison used this exact technique to become the most prolific inventor in history. He carried what he called his idea capture book everywhere he went. When he observed people struggling with darkness after sunset, he wrote it down. When he saw businesses closing early due to poor lighting, he wrote it down. His subconscious mind, operating under the command to find solutions, eventually guided him to invent the electric light bulb, but Edison went further. He didn't just wait for problems to present themselves, he actively sought them out. He would visit factories, farms, offices, and homes, specifically looking for inefficiencies that his inventions could solve. He commanded his subconscious mind to see every problem as a potential fortune. The Advanced Opportunity Command. Once you've mastered basic opportunity recognition, upgrade your command to this advanced version. $1,000,000 opportunities reveal themselves to me effortlessly. I attract partnerships, investments, and ventures that create massive value for millions of people. The key is to be specific about the scale of opportunities you want your subconscious mind to recognize. If you command it to find $100 opportunities, it will filter out $1,000,000 possibilities. If you command it to find $1,000,000 opportunities, it will ignore small-scale thinking. I witnessed this principle in action when studying the railroad magnate Cornelius Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt commanded his subconscious mind to recognize transportation opportunities that could serve millions of people. While others saw individual train routes, Vanderbilt saw an interconnected network spanning the entire continent. His subconscious mind, programmed for massive-scale opportunity recognition, guided him to create the largest transportation empire in American history. The 24-hour Opportunity Challenge. Tonight, before you sleep, issue this command to your subconscious mind. While I sleep, you will process all the information I've absorbed today and reveal to me upon waking the perfect opportunity for creating wealth. Many of my most successful students report that their breakthrough opportunities came to them in dreams or upon waking, when their subconscious mind had time to process and connect information without conscious interference. Remember, your subconscious mind never sleeps. It's always working, always processing, always ready to serve you, but only if you give it clear, specific commands about what you want it to accomplish. Steps 4 and 5 reveal the advanced techniques, but first, you must master the foundation. Step 4. Force yourself to act with millionaire confidence. Millionaire confidence isn't arrogance, it's certainty. When a true millionaire makes a decision, they don't second-guess themselves endlessly. They decide with conviction because they trust their subconscious programming to guide them toward wealth. But let me reveal to you the secret that most people never discover about confidence. True confidence comes from your subconscious mind's absolute certainty that you will find a way to succeed, regardless of obstacles. This isn't blind optimism. This is programmed certainty based on your command to your subconscious mind. Every decision you make today, make it with millionaire confidence. When you're ordering coffee, when you're choosing what to wear, when you're deciding how to invest your time, make each choice as if you were already wealthy. This programs your subconscious mind to operate from wealth consciousness in all situations, not just financial ones. John D. Rockefeller made decisions about million-dollar oil investments with the same confidence he showed when choosing what to eat for breakfast. His subconscious mind had been programmed to operate from wealth consciousness in all circumstances. But here's what Rockefeller shared with me that most people never learn. He practiced millionaire confidence first in small decisions before applying it to large ones. He would make his breakfast choice with absolute conviction, then his clothing choice with unwavering certainty, then his route to work with complete confidence. By the time he faced major business decisions, his subconscious mind was programmed for confident decision-making. The confidence-building protocol: start with the smallest decisions of your day. When you wake up, decide what to wear with the same certainty a millionaire would use when choosing investments. Don't waver. Don't second-guess. Don't seek approval from others. Make the decision with conviction and stick to it. As you practice this confidence in small matters, your subconscious mind learns to trust your decision-making ability. It begins to provide you with clearer intuition, better judgment, and faster processing of complex information. Andrew Carnegie revealed to me his secret for developing unshakable confidence. Napoleon: I programmed my subconscious mind to interpret every decision as practice for larger decisions. When I chose which pen to use for correspondence, I made that choice with the same intensity I would use when deciding whether to acquire a new steel mill. My subconscious mind learned that I was a person who makes decisions with authority. The millionaire posture and voice training: stand in front of a mirror and practice making statements with millionaire confidence. Say, I have decided to invest in this opportunity. Notice your posture, your tone, your facial expression. Does your body language match the confidence of your words? Your subconscious mind reads every signal your body sends. If your words say confidence but your posture says uncertainty, your subconscious mind receives mixed commands and produces mixed results. Practice until your voice, posture, and facial expression all communicate unwavering certainty. This physical programming reinforces your mental programming and accelerates your confidence development. J.P. Morgan practiced what he called decision authority for 30 minutes every morning. He would stand before his mirror and practice making important financial statements with absolute conviction. I approve this merger. I commit $1 million to this venture. I accept this partnership proposal. His subconscious mind, hearing these commands spoken with authority, programmed him to make real decisions with the same confidence, the advanced confidence command. Before making any decision, large or small, issue this command to your subconscious mind. You now provide me with the perfect information needed to make this decision with complete confidence. I trust your guidance absolutely. Then make the decision quickly and stick to it with unwavering conviction. Remember, your subconscious mind has access to information and pattern recognition far beyond your conscious awareness. When you command it to guide your decisions and then trust that guidance completely, you develop the same decision-making confidence that characterizes all wealthy individuals. Step 5 is the most advanced technique, but when you master it, wealth becomes as automatic as breathing. Step 5. Command your subconscious to solve financial problems. Instead of worrying about financial challenges, command your subconscious mind to solve them. Worry is negative programming. Command is positive programming. When faced with any financial challenge, use this specific command. My subconscious mind now reveals the perfect solution to this financial challenge. The solution is simple, profitable, and appears immediately. Then, release the problem completely. Don't try to figure it out consciously. Trust your subconscious mind to deliver the solution. Edison called this technique genius gap thinking. He would clearly define the problem, command his subconscious to solve it, then engage in relaxing activities that allowed solutions to surface naturally. His 10,000 inventions weren't the result of struggle. They were the result of commanding his subconscious mind to deliver solutions, then allowing those solutions to emerge. You now have the 5 foundational steps. In the next section, I'm going to reveal the advanced mastery techniques that transform these steps from daily practices into automatic wealth programming. Step 6. Force yourself to speak wealth into existence. Your words are commands to your subconscious mind. Wealthy individuals speak differently than poor individuals. They don't say, "I can't afford it." They say, "How can I afford it?" They don't say money is tight. They say money flows freely. Replace these poverty phrases with wealth commands. Instead of "I'm broke," "I am reorganizing my wealth." Instead of "I can't afford it," I choose to invest my money differently. Instead of "money is the root of all evil," "money is energy that amplifies my good." Instead of "rich people are greedy," "wealthy people create value for others." For the next 30 days, catch yourself every time you speak poverty consciousness. Immediately correct yourself with wealth programming language. Your subconscious mind is always listening, and it will execute whatever commands you give it most consistently. Step 7. Command wealth through grateful authority. Most people practice gratitude as if they're begging the universe for more. But wealthy individuals use gratitude as a command of wealth consciousness. They don't say, "Thank you for what little I have." They say, "I am grateful for the wealth that flows to me constantly. I am grateful for my unlimited wealth-creating ability. I am grateful for the opportunities that appear before me daily. I am grateful for my subconscious mind that works 24/7 to create wealth." The integration phase combines all 7 steps into one powerful system that runs automatically. Integration, the complete wealth programming system. Now you combine all 7 steps into one seamless wealth programming system. Morning wealth programming ritual. 10 minutes. Upon waking, I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now. 50 repetitions. Command opportunities. Perfect opportunities appear before me today. Activate millionaire confidence. I make all decisions from wealth consciousness. Program solutions. My subconscious solves all financial challenges effortlessly. Speak wealth language throughout the day. Use gratitude commands during any moment of doubt. Evening wealth integration. 10 minutes. Review the day's wealth programming successes. Repeat the 9 sacred words. 50 repetitions. Program tomorrow's wealth opportunities. Release any poverty consciousness from the day. Sleep with wealth programming active. This system, when followed precisely for 30 days, will reprogram your subconscious mind so completely that creating wealth becomes as natural as breathing. You won't have to struggle for money. Money will flow to you because you've commanded your subconscious to make it so. But now I must address the resistance that your mind is already creating to these advanced techniques. The fear of poverty objection. Your mind is saying, "But what if this doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I look foolish?" This fear of poverty is actually what attracts more poverty. When you fear not having enough, your subconscious mind interprets this as a command to create experiences of not having enough. The wealthy individuals I studied feared poverty so much that they programmed their minds to make wealth inevitable. Instead of fearing poverty, they used that fear as fuel to command their subconscious minds with even greater conviction. John D. Rockefeller said to me, "Napoleon, I was so afraid of being poor that I decided to make it impossible by programming my mind for wealth with such intensity that poverty couldn't exist in my reality." But let me share with you the advanced psychology behind this transformation. Fear is energy, raw, powerful, undirected energy. Most people waste this energy by allowing fear to paralyze them. Wealthy individuals harness fear energy and redirect it toward wealth creation. The Fear Transformation Protocol. When you feel fear about money, immediately recognize it as energy that can be redirected. Say to yourself, "This fear energy is now transformed into wealth creation power. I command my subconscious mind to use this energy to attract wealth opportunities." Andrew Carnegie revealed to me his secret for transforming fear into wealth magnetism. Napoleon, whenever I felt fear about losing money, I would multiply that fear by 10 and redirect it toward making money. If I was afraid of losing $1,000, I would command my subconscious mind to create $10,000. The same energy that could create poverty could create wealth. It simply needed proper direction. The poverty-proof programming. Every morning, after your 9 sacred words, add this specific command: I am now poverty-proof. My subconscious mind automatically rejects all poverty programming and accepts only wealth consciousness. Poverty is impossible in my reality because I am wealth incarnate. Your subconscious mind will begin to operate as if poverty were literally impossible for you. It will guide you away from poverty-creating decisions and toward wealth-building actions automatically. The fear of criticism objection. What will people think if I start acting like I'm wealthy before I am? Here's a truth that will liberate you. The people who criticize your wealth consciousness are operating from poverty consciousness themselves. They criticize what they don't understand. And they don't understand wealth consciousness because they've never developed it. Successful people are always criticized by unsuccessful people. Every wealthy individual I studied was ridiculed, doubted, and criticized by people who never achieved what they achieved. The people criticizing your wealth consciousness haven't created wealth themselves. Why would you value the opinion of someone who hasn't accomplished what you want to accomplish? Andrew Carnegie was criticized for his wealth-building methods. Thomas Edison was called crazy for trying to light the world with electricity. Henry Ford was ridiculed for thinking every family could own a motor car. But here's what I discovered about criticism during my 25 years of research. Criticism is often a sign that you're threatening someone's limiting beliefs about what's possible. When you demonstrate wealth consciousness, you force others to confront their own poverty programming. Many people prefer to criticize you rather than examine their own limitations. The criticism immunity protocol. Before implementing any wealth consciousness practice, program your subconscious mind with this command: I am immune to criticism from people who have not achieved what I intend to achieve. Their words have no power over my wealth programming. I only accept input from those who have succeeded where I want to succeed. J.P. Morgan shared with me his approach to handling criticism. Napoleon, I learned to measure the value of criticism by the financial success of the critic. If someone worth $1,000 criticized my $1 million thinking, I thanked them politely and ignored their advice completely. I only listened to criticism from people who had achieved more than I had. The social programming defense system. Surround yourself, even if only mentally, with wealthy role models. When someone criticizes your wealth consciousness, immediately ask yourself, what would Andrew Carnegie say about this criticism? How would John D. Rockefeller respond to this doubt? Use wealthy mentors, even historical ones, to counter poverty programming from others. If you're not being criticized for your financial goals, they're not big enough. Criticism is the price of greatness, and wealth is the reward for ignoring criticism. The fear of missing out objection. What if there's a better system? What if I'm wasting my time? This objection reveals what I call opportunity paralysis, the tendency to search endlessly for the perfect system instead of implementing the proven system you already have. While you're hesitating, questioning, and searching for the perfect system, others are implementing these 9 sacred words and programming their minds for wealth. While you're looking for guarantees, they're commanding their subconscious minds to create wealth regardless of guarantees. Thomas Edison faced this same temptation during his quest to create the electric light bulb. He could have spent years studying other inventors' failed attempts, looking for the perfect approach. Instead, he committed completely to his systematic method of testing materials until he found the solution. Edison told me, Napoleon, I discovered that the search for the perfect method is often an excuse to avoid implementing any method. The wealthy don't wait for perfect systems. They perfect systems through implementation. Every day you delay implementing this system, someone else is using it to create the wealth that could have been yours. The universe doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It responds to those who command it with conviction, the implementation commitment protocol. Right now, make this declaration to your subconscious mind: I commit completely to mastering the 9 sacred word system for the next 90 days. I will not seek other methods, compare other systems, or second-guess this decision. My subconscious mind now focuses 100% of its power on implementing this wealth programming. Andrew Carnegie revealed his secret for avoiding opportunity paralysis. Napoleon, I learned that 80% implementation of a good system produces better results than 100% analysis of multiple systems. Wealthy people are implementers, not analysts. The fear of failure objection. What if I try this and still don't become wealthy? This objection contains a fundamental misunderstanding about how wealth creation works. You don't try to program your subconscious mind, you command it. You don't attempt wealth consciousness, you embody it. Every billionaire I studied failed multiple times before their breakthrough. But they didn't fear failure, they commanded their subconscious minds to learn from failure and create success. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's feedback from your subconscious mind showing you what adjustments to make. When you command your subconscious to create wealth, every experience becomes data that moves you closer to your goal. Let me share with you how Thomas Edison transformed his relationship with failure. After his first 1,000 failed attempts to create the electric light bulb, a reporter asked him how it felt to fail so many times. Edison replied, "I haven't failed 1,000 times. I've discovered 1,000 ways that don't work, and I'm now 1,000 steps closer to the way that does work." The failure transformation programming. Command your subconscious mind with this specific instruction. Every apparent failure is actually valuable feedback that accelerates my wealth creation. I cannot truly fail because my subconscious mind learns from every experience and uses that learning to create wealth. John D. Rockefeller lost his first business investment completely. Instead of seeing this as failure, he commanded his subconscious mind to extract every lesson from the experience. He said to me, "Napoleon, that first loss taught me more about business than any success could have. My subconscious mind used those lessons to build my oil empire." The only real failure is failing to command your subconscious mind for wealth. Everything else is just information. The "this sounds too simple" objection. Surely wealth creation is more complicated than 9 words. This objection reveals a dangerous misconception, that complexity equals effectiveness. In reality, the most powerful systems are often the simplest ones. Complicated systems are designed to keep you busy, not wealthy. The wealthiest individuals use the simplest principles with the greatest consistency. When I asked Andrew Carnegie to explain his success in one sentence, he said, "I programmed my subconscious mind to see every challenge as an opportunity for wealth creation." That's it. No complex formulas, no sophisticated strategies, just simple subconscious programming applied consistently. Complexity overwhelms the subconscious mind. Simplicity programs it effectively. These 9 words work because they're simple enough for your subconscious to execute automatically, but powerful enough to reorganize your entire financial reality. The simplicity power principle. Your subconscious mind operates most effectively when given clear, simple, repetitive commands. Complex systems confuse your subconscious and dilute its power. Simple systems focus its power like a laser beam on wealth creation. The most successful people are those who take simple principles and implement them with extraordinary consistency. Complexity is the enemy of wealth creation, the "I don't deserve wealth" objection. This is the deepest programming that keeps people poor. You've been conditioned to believe that wanting wealth is greedy, that money corrupts, that wealthy people are somehow morally inferior. But this programming is not just wrong, it's dangerous. It keeps good people poor and gives wealth to those who have no moral reservations about acquiring it. Wealth is not the root of evil. Poverty is. Poverty creates desperation, crime, suffering, and limitation. Wealth creates freedom, opportunity, and the ability to serve others at the highest level. The divine laws of the universe are abundance laws. Look at nature. Billions of stars, unlimited space, infinite possibilities. Scarcity is a human creation, not a universal truth. When you command your subconscious for wealth, you're aligning with the abundant nature of existence itself, the worthiness reprogramming protocol. Every evening, before sleep, program your subconscious mind with this command: "I am divinely designed for wealth. My wealth consciousness serves the highest good of all. The universe wants me wealthy so I can contribute my maximum value to the world." Andrew Carnegie gave away over 90% of his wealth to build libraries, schools, and universities. He told me, "Napoleon, I became wealthy not despite my desire to serve others, but because of it." My subconscious mind knew that wealth would amplify my ability to contribute, so it created wealth to fulfill that purpose. You don't just deserve wealth, you're designed for it. Your subconscious mind is the most sophisticated wealth creation technology ever created, and it's waiting for your command. Every objection your mind creates is simply old poverty programming trying to maintain itself. When you use the 9 sacred words consistently, these objections will dissolve because your subconscious mind will be programmed for wealth instead of lack. The window of opportunity. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until conditions are perfect. Your subconscious mind is most programmable in moments of decision, and this is your moment of decision. Right now, as you listen to these words, others are implementing this system. Right now, people who are in your exact financial situation this morning are commanding their subconscious minds to create wealth. Right now, someone is using these 9 sacred words to program breakthrough opportunities that could have been yours. But here's what most people don't understand about timing and wealth creation. Your subconscious mind operates in cycles of receptivity. There are moments when it's incredibly open to new programming, and moments when it's resistant to change. Right now, having absorbed this training, your subconscious mind is in a state of maximum receptivity. Thomas Edison discovered this principle during his research on the brain's electrical patterns. He found that moments of decision create what he called neural plasticity windows, brief periods when the subconscious mind can be reprogrammed more easily than at any other time. Edison told me, "Napoleon, I learned to recognize these moments of maximum programming potential and to act immediately. The subconscious mind that is ready for new programming right now may be resistant to the same programming tomorrow." Every day you delay costs you more than money. It costs you momentum. It costs you the compound effect of daily subconscious programming. It costs you the opportunities that your programmed mind would have recognized and acted upon. The momentum multiplication principle. When you begin wealth programming immediately, your subconscious mind starts creating momentum that builds upon itself. Day 1 of programming creates the foundation. Day 2 builds upon day 1. Day 3 multiplies the power of days 1 and 2. By day 30, you have momentum that makes wealth creation feel effortless. But if you wait until tomorrow, you lose today's momentum. If you wait until next week, you lose an entire week of compound programming. If you wait until next month, you lose the exponential power that could have been building right now. John D. Rockefeller understood this principle when he made his first oil investment. He told me, "Napoleon, I had exactly $1,000 to invest. I could have waited until I had $2,000 for a safer investment, but I recognized that the opportunity for programming my subconscious mind with investment consciousness was more valuable than the additional capital. I invested immediately, and that single decision created the neural pathways that would eventually build my oil empire. If you wait until tomorrow, your logical mind will provide you with 1,000 reasons why this won't work. If you wait until next week, doubt will have reconstructed your old poverty programming. If you wait until next month, this moment of possibility will be just another memory of an opportunity you didn't take." The immediate action protocol. Right now, before this training ends, you're going to program your subconscious mind for wealth. Not tomorrow, not when you have time, not when conditions are perfect. Right now. Action 1. Say aloud, with conviction, "I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now." Repeat this 50 times. Don't just think it, speak it. Your subconscious responds to vocal commands with greater intensity than mental thoughts. As you repeat these words, notice how your energy changes. Notice how your posture shifts. Notice how your breathing deepens. These are signs that your subconscious mind is accepting the new programming. Action 2, write these 9 words on a piece of paper and place it where you'll see it first thing tomorrow morning. Your subconscious programming begins the moment you wake up, before your conscious mind has time to create resistance. But don't just write the words, write them with intention. As you form each letter, command your subconscious mind to absorb this programming completely. Your hand is connected to your brain. and the physical act of writing creates neural pathways that reinforce the mental programming. Action 3, set a reminder on your phone for 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. daily. These will be your wealth programming sessions for the next 30 days. But here's the critical element. Set the reminder tone to something that makes you feel powerful and confident. Your subconscious mind will begin to associate that sound with wealth consciousness. Action 4. Identify one specific financial goal that these 9 words will help you achieve. Write it down with a specific dollar amount and deadline. Your subconscious mind needs specific targets to focus its power, but make this goal big enough to excite you and specific enough to measure. Instead of, "I want more money," write, "I will create $50,000 in additional income within the next 6 months through opportunities my subconscious mind reveals to me." Action 5. Right now, identify one person you will share this system with within the next 24 hours. When you commit to teaching someone else, your subconscious mind programs itself more deeply to ensure you understand the material completely. Andrew Carnegie shared his wealth consciousness principles with over 500 successful individuals because he understood that teaching reinforces learning. When you explain these 9 sacred words to someone else, you're programming your own subconscious mind with even greater intensity. The 30-day challenge setup. For the next 30 days, you will use these 9 sacred words exactly as I've instructed. Not 29 days, not when you remember, not when it's convenient. 30 consecutive days of commanding your subconscious mind for wealth. Here's why 30 days is the minimum commitment required. Your subconscious mind needs approximately 21 days to begin accepting new programming as truth, and an additional 9 days to make that programming automatic. Anything less than 30 days produces incomplete programming and incomplete results. The daily success tracking system. Create a simple chart with 30 boxes. Each day that you complete your morning and evening wealth programming sessions, mark that box. Your subconscious mind responds powerfully to visual progress tracking. But here's the advanced technique that most people miss. Don't just track completion, track results. Each day, write down one opportunity you noticed, one insight you received, or one action you took that moved you toward wealth. This trains your subconscious mind to produce measurable results, not just good feelings. Thomas Edison tracked his daily progress toward every invention. He told me, "Napoleon, what gets measured by the conscious mind gets managed by the subconscious mind." When I tracked my daily progress toward creating the light bulb, my subconscious mind began producing insights and solutions more rapidly because it knew I was measuring results. The accountability programming. Choose one person who will check on your progress every 7 days. This person doesn't need to understand the system, they just need to ask, "Are you still doing your daily wealth programming?" Your subconscious mind responds powerfully to external accountability. The window of opportunity for subconscious programming is always now. Your subconscious mind doesn't operate in past or future. It operates in the eternal present moment. Command it now, and it begins executing your wealth programming immediately. The resistance override protocol. Your logical mind is already creating resistance to immediate action. It's saying things like, "I'll start this Monday. Let me think about this first. I need to prepare better before I begin." This is not wisdom. This is programming designed to keep you exactly where you are. Resistance is your old poverty programming fighting to maintain itself. The resistance recognition technique. Every time you feel resistance to implementing these 9 sacred words, recognize it as proof that the programming is powerful enough to threaten your old limitations. Resistance is evidence that change is trying to occur. Say to yourself, "This resistance proves that my wealth programming is working. My old poverty programming is fighting to survive, but my new wealth consciousness is stronger." Henry Ford faced enormous resistance when he decided to mass-produce automobiles. His logical mind told him it was impossible. His advisors told him it was financially dangerous. His competitors told him it would never work. But Ford commanded his subconscious mind to override all resistance and focus solely on the solution. Ford told me, Napoleon, I learned that resistance is the subconscious mind's way of testing your commitment. When you prove your commitment by taking action despite resistance, your subconscious mind stops resisting and starts assisting. This system only works for those who commit completely. Half-hearted implementation produces half-hearted results. Your subconscious mind responds to the intensity of your conviction, not the perfection of your circumstances. If you're not willing to commit 30 days to programming your mind for wealth, then you're not serious about creating wealth. And if you're not serious about creating wealth, wealth will not be serious about flowing to you. The point of no return. Once you begin using these 9 sacred words with conviction, there is no returning to your old financial reality. Your subconscious mind, once programmed for wealth, will begin to create opportunities, insights, and circumstances that align with wealth consciousness. This is what I call the point of no return, the moment when your wealth programming becomes stronger than your poverty programming. Once you cross this threshold, creating wealth becomes as natural as breathing. John D. Rockefeller described his point of no return to me. Napoleon, there came a day when I realized I was no longer trying to become wealthy. I was wealthy, and my subconscious mind was simply expressing that wealth in physical form. That was the day my struggle ended and my wealth multiplication began. Your entire life will begin to change. The people you associate with, the opportunities you notice, the decisions you make, the confidence you feel, everything shifts when you command your subconscious mind for wealth. The transformation timeline. Within the first week, you'll notice increased confidence in financial discussions. Within 2 weeks, you'll begin recognizing opportunities you previously missed. Within 30 days, you'll have attracted at least one significant wealth-building opportunity. Within 90 days, your financial reality will be measurably different. This is your moment, right now, in this instant. You can either continue with your current financial programming and get the same results you've always gotten, or you can command your subconscious mind for wealth and begin creating a completely different financial reality. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The moment is now. 1 year from now, when you've implemented these 9 sacred words with absolute consistency, your entire relationship with money will have transformed. You'll look back on this moment as the turning point when you stopped struggling with finances and started commanding wealth. But let me paint for you the specific picture of how your life will look. You'll wake up each morning with confidence instead of anxiety about money. You'll check your bank account with excitement instead of dread. You'll make financial decisions from abundance consciousness instead of scarcity programming. The morning routine of a person with programmed wealth consciousness is fundamentally different. You'll wake up and immediately feel grateful for the wealth that flows to you constantly. You'll look in the mirror and see someone who naturally attracts opportunities. You'll dress not just for the day ahead, but for the wealthy person you have already become in consciousness. Andrew Carnegie described this transformation to me. Napoleon, there came a morning when I realized I no longer felt like someone trying to become wealthy. I felt like someone who was wealthy, and whose subconscious mind was simply arranging the physical manifestation of that wealth. That was the morning my struggle ended and my wealth multiplication began. The stress that used to accompany financial decisions will be replaced with calm certainty. The fear that used to paralyze you when opportunities appeared will be replaced with confident action. The doubt that used to sabotage your success will be replaced with unwavering faith in your wealth-creating ability. Your decision-making transformation. When investment opportunities appear, you'll evaluate them from wealth consciousness rather than fear consciousness. Instead of asking, what if I lose money, you'll ask, how can this opportunity create wealth? Your subconscious mind, programmed for wealth recognition, will guide you toward profitable decisions with increasing accuracy. Your programmed subconscious mind will be recognizing opportunities that are invisible to others. You'll notice wealth-building possibilities in conversations, in problems that need solutions, in markets that others overlook. Thomas Edison experienced this phenomenon during his most productive years. He told me, Napoleon, once my subconscious mind was programmed to see every problem as an invention opportunity, I couldn't walk down the street without seeing dozens of potential inventions. My programmed mind had transformed my perception so completely that opportunities seemed to appear everywhere I looked. The opportunity magnetism effect. You'll find that people begin bringing opportunities to you instead of you having to seek them out. Your wealth consciousness will radiate an energy that attracts like-minded individuals, investors, partners, and mentors. You'll become a magnet for the exact resources you need to build wealth. People will ask you what changed. Your friends and family will notice something different about you. They'll comment on your confidence, your decision-making ability, your positive energy around money. They'll ask you what changed, what you're doing differently. But the change will be more subtle and profound than they realize. You won't just talk differently about money, you'll think differently about everything. Your wealth consciousness will influence how you approach problems, how you evaluate opportunities, how you interact with other people. You'll tell them about the 9 sacred words that command the subconscious mind. Some will listen with interest. Others will dismiss it as too simple. But you'll know that simple principles, applied consistently, create extraordinary results. John D. Rockefeller faced this same situation when people began asking about his rapid rise from bookkeeper to oil magnate. He told me, "Napoleon, I learned to share the principles freely with those who asked sincerely, but I never tried to convince skeptics. Those who were ready for wealth consciousness recognized the truth immediately. Those who weren't ready dismissed it as luck or coincidence." The social transformation. As your wealth consciousness expands, you'll begin attracting people who operate from the same level of thinking. Opportunities will come through new relationships. Partnerships will form with individuals who share your wealth-building vision. You may find that some relationships from your poverty-conscious period become strained. This is natural and necessary. Your old acquaintances may feel uncomfortable with your transformation because it forces them to confront their own limitations. Your new associations will energize and inspire you because they share your commitment to wealth creation. The mentorship magnetism. Successful individuals will begin to notice you and offer guidance. Your wealth consciousness will attract mentors who can accelerate your progress. You'll find yourself in conversations with people who have already achieved what you're working toward. This happens because wealth consciousness recognizes itself. Wealthy individuals can sense when someone is operating from genuine wealth programming rather than just hoping for lucky breaks. Financial breakthrough moments. You'll remember the exact moment when your first major financial breakthrough occurred. You'll trace it back to your consistent use of these 9 sacred words. You'll understand that what seemed like luck or coincidence was actually your programmed subconscious mind creating the perfect circumstances for wealth. Let me describe how this breakthrough typically occurs. You'll be going about your normal day when an opportunity will present itself that seems almost too perfect to be coincidental. It might be a conversation with a stranger, an email that arrives at the perfect moment, or an idea that suddenly becomes crystal clear. Thomas Edison described his breakthrough moments. Napoleon, after months of programming my subconscious mind to solve the light bulb challenge, the solution didn't come through struggle or forced thinking. It came as a sudden, clear knowing that felt like remembering something I had always known. That's how I learned to recognize the voice of my programmed subconscious mind. The compound effect timeline. Each success will build upon the previous success. Your programmed mind will create a momentum of wealth attraction that accelerates with time. What started as daily repetition of 9 words will become an automatic wealth creation system operating 24/7. Month 1, increased confidence and opportunity recognition. Month 3, first significant financial breakthrough. Month 6, multiple income streams developing naturally. Month 12, complete transformation of financial reality. Year 2 and beyond, wealth creation becomes as natural as breathing. The pattern recognition mastery. You'll develop what successful individuals call opportunity intuition, the ability to instantly recognize which opportunities are worth pursuing and which ones to avoid. Your subconscious mind, programmed with wealth consciousness, will guide you toward profitable decisions with increasing accuracy. The ripple effect. Your transformation will affect your entire family. Your children will grow up with wealth consciousness instead of poverty programming. They'll hear you discussing money as a tool for creating value rather than as something to fear or worry about. Your spouse will benefit from your confident financial leadership. Instead of financial stress creating tension in your relationship, your wealth consciousness will create excitement about shared goals and dreams. Your parents will see proof that their child achieved financial success. This may heal old wounds related to money struggles and provide them with a sense of security about your future. Andrew Carnegie's transformation affected 3 generations of his family. He told me, "Napoleon, when I programmed my mind for wealth consciousness, I wasn't just changing my own life, I was breaking the poverty programming that had affected my family for generations. My children grew up expecting success instead of fearing failure." The community impact. As your wealth grows, you'll have the resources to contribute to causes you care about. You'll provide employment to others. You'll solve problems in your community because you have the financial resources to implement solutions. This is one of the most satisfying aspects of wealth consciousness, discovering that your personal prosperity enables you to serve others at a much higher level. Your wealth programming becomes a gift, not just to yourself, but to everyone whose life you can positively impact. The legacy creation. Your wealth creation will become a legacy that extends far beyond your own life. The principles you learned and implemented will be passed down to future generations. Your financial success will become the foundation for family wealth that lasts for decades. The Rockefeller family has maintained wealth for over 5 generations because John D. Rockefeller didn't just create money, he created wealth consciousness that continued long after his death. When you program your subconscious mind for wealth, you're not just changing your bank account, you're changing your family tree. This is not fantasy. This is the natural result of programming your subconscious mind for wealth with consistency and conviction. You'll look back on this moment. Years from now, when people ask you about your success, you'll tell them about this day. You'll remember the moment you discovered the 9 sacred words. You'll remember the decision to implement them immediately instead of waiting for perfect conditions. But more than that, you'll remember the feeling of recognizing truth when you heard it. You'll remember the moment when something inside you said, "This is what I've been searching for." You'll remember the decision to trust that inner knowing despite any external doubts. You'll be grateful that you had the wisdom to recognize the power of subconscious programming. You'll be grateful that you chose action over hesitation, implementation over analysis, commitment over casual interest. Every wealthy individual I studied could identify a specific moment when they made the decision to commit fully to their wealth consciousness programming. They could remember the day, the feeling, even the weather. These moments of decision become the foundation stories of their wealth creation. The gratitude transformation. You'll find yourself feeling genuine gratitude not just for your wealth, but for the journey that brought you to wealth consciousness. You'll be grateful for the challenges that forced you to grow, the failures that taught you valuable lessons, and even the period of struggle that made you appreciate abundance. This gratitude isn't just a pleasant emotion, it's a powerful force that attracts even more wealth. Your subconscious mind, programmed with grateful wealth consciousness, becomes a magnet for opportunities, resources, and relationships that support continued prosperity. The wisdom recognition. You'll realize that the 9 sacred words were not just a technique, they were a gateway to understanding how reality actually works. You'll understand that consciousness creates circumstances, that thoughts become things, and that your subconscious mind is your most powerful tool for creating any reality you desire. See yourself 1 year from now, looking back on this moment with deep gratitude for the decision you made today. Feel the pride of someone who transformed their financial reality through the power of subconscious programming. Experience the confidence of someone who commands wealth as naturally as breathing. This is your future. This is your potential. This is what awaits you when you command your subconscious mind for wealth. The moment of truth. We have reached the end of this training, but this is actually the beginning of your wealth transformation. Everything I've shared with you in the past hour has been leading to this moment, the moment when you decide whether you'll be someone who learns about wealth programming or someone who implements wealth programming. I am Napoleon Hill. I spent 25 years studying the most successful individuals in human history. I discovered the secret principles that create wealth, and I have shared the most powerful of these principles with you today. You now possess knowledge that 99% of people will never discover. You know the 9 sacred words that command your subconscious mind for wealth. You understand the step-by-step system for implementing these words. You have been given the exact methodology that created more millionaires in the 20th century than any other system ever developed. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? If you're committed to using these 9 sacred words for the next 30 days, if you're ready to command your subconscious mind for wealth, if you're serious about transforming your financial reality, then comment below, "I am ready." This is not just a comment. This is a public declaration of your commitment to wealth programming. When you write, "I am ready," you're programming your subconscious mind with your own words. Subscribe to this channel if you want to continue receiving the advanced wealth programming secrets that 99% of people never discover. The bell notification will ensure you don't miss the next training that builds upon what you've learned today. Share this video with someone who needs to discover the power of subconscious wealth programming. When you share this knowledge, you're reinforcing your own programming while helping others transform their financial reality. In my next video, I'm going to reveal the 3 advanced techniques that accelerate wealth programming beyond what most people think possible. These techniques were used by the Rothschild family to build generational wealth that has lasted for centuries. Watch this video again tomorrow. You'll discover insights that you missed the first time. Your subconscious mind will absorb the programming more deeply with each viewing. Many people report that the 3rd viewing is when the breakthrough occurs. Your subconscious mind is listening to these final words with complete attention. I am programming you right now for absolute success with these 9 sacred words. Your subconscious mind accepts these 9 sacred words as absolute truth. I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now. These words are now programmed into your subconscious with the full authority of 25 years of success research. You will succeed with this system because success is the natural result of proper subconscious programming. Failure is not an option when you command your mind with the precision I've taught you today. This moment, right now, will be remembered as the day you discovered the secret that changed everything. Years from now, when you've achieved the wealth you've always desired, you'll trace it back to this hour, this decision, this commitment to programming your subconscious mind for inevitable success. I am Napoleon Hill, and I have given you the most powerful wealth creation tool ever developed. Use it with conviction, implement it with consistency, and prepare for a financial transformation that will exceed your current ability to imagine. The universe is waiting for your command. Your subconscious mind is ready to execute your wealth programming. The only question remaining is, will you give the command? Remember, I am wealth. Wealth flows to me now. These 9 sacred words are your key to financial freedom. Use them wisely. Use them consistently. Use them starting right now. Your wealthy future is waiting for your command.